Brawlers, baby.
We are live. What's up, boxing fans? It's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. This is the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. My associates at 3kingsboxing.com, Studio 9. Today's topic and today's guest is about the Legends League. I got former heavyweight world champions here. I got my man Yaya McClain, and I got my man DeVero Touch of Sleep Williamson join me today. And we are here to talk specifically about the Legends League and about them and their wanting to be a participation in this Legends League. So how you guys doing, man?
I was cruiserweight champion, but I'm a heavyweight now.
Right. and many of you know that's my man Yaya McClain, formerly known as Johnny McClain, the WBU former cruiserweight champ of the world. And then we got my man DeVero Williamson, Touch of Sleep. As you know, he was one of the most highly decorated amateurs in his era ever, and a contender in the heavyweight division, if you will, under the guidance of only in America, Don King. So we're gonna open this up like this, and these guys are here today to speak directly to Mike Tyson and his people in the Legends League, if you will, about their wanting to be a participant in this particular endeavor that Mike has engaged in, which he did a brilliant job with for his very first show when he fought Roy Jones just last week before last, if you will. So we're gonna start off with my man DeVero Williamson. So DeVero Williamson, go ahead and speak, to the fans and directly to Mike Tyson himself, because Mike is going to view this, and let him know what your thoughts and concerns are about the Legends League and how you would like to play into all of this.
Well, thank you, Brother Ricky Muhammad. First of all, Mike, congratulations to the win. I feel like you won. Am I wrong, Yaya?
I felt like he did enough to have won the fight myself. So if there was to be a winner, it was an exhibition. But.
Exactly. If there was a winner, you won. Fair enough.
Right.
Okay. But I want you to know that, man, I just want to be a part of this. I think that we all in the same age bracket, the same, similar histories. You dominated the heavyweight division for so many years. I feel like I dominated the heavyweight division amateur for so many years. I feel like that if you have an amateur Hall of Famer, you have a professional Hall of Famer, I think the amateurs sometimes weigh it out because you don't really have a choice of who you fight in the corner. As a heavyweight or as a professional, we get 2 or 3 different opponents and say, well, I fight him. You use the same money. Yaya say, hey, they got 3 guys on the table and it's $25,000 or $50,000 on the table. Well, I want the one who's closest to the graveyard. I'll take him. You know what I mean? But as an amateur, you got to fight whoever appears in that blue or red corner. And I felt like that to dominate that division for 6 years, as I did, it's a huge thing when you look back. When you're doing it, it's no big deal. But to win the Golden Gloves, and not just the state stuff, but the state, the regionals, and the nationals, the only time you've ever been in to win the American Boxing Classic, to win the U.S. Championship. The U.S. Championship is like in golf. It's like the
U.S. Open.
No. It's like the Masters.
Yeah.
And so to win that, Tiger Woods now won the amateur championship 96, 97, 98. You know how hard it is to win back to back when everybody has a target on your back or your head saying, hey, we're trying to beat him. I mean, they can't sleep at night because they know that they got to fight DeVero Williamson the next day, and it's a tough night of sleep. But we just feel honored to be in the same breath. I mean, to be in the same category or to be in the same company. I feel privileged and honored with Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. When we see these guys, you can give a good pound, a good handshake, to say hello, and so I think it's a privilege. I'm quite sure that the number of guys out there. I even think that Chris Bird who I lost to for the IBF Heavyweight Championship World, is going down in weight. So 165, 168.
That's incredible.
You know, I think it's good. I think we that gives us a good of how we've taken care of ourselves. You know what I mean? How we are still healthy to be in our late 40s, early 50s, and still doing it up. I mean, we don't cause no havoc, you know, around the world. But with now a little group, with Shannon Briggs, with the Hasim Rockman, with Yaya, Tony. If he's interested, of course, Roy Jones, Vander Holyfield, Antonio Tava, you know, Darrell Williamson, all these Monty Barrett. If there's all these guys that you can kind of shake around, you know, I think a tournament or some sort of box off or showcase fights will be good for all of us. Of course, Mike, you the head honcho, so you know we bow down to you because you have done, you know, you've done the most, and Vander Holyfield, you've done the most. So you know, everyone wants that opportunity to showcase. They've been wanting to fight you for 20 years, for 15 years, and maybe it's an opportunity or not. We'll see how it comes out. But I'm very honored to be a part of this family.
Absolutely. A bunch of those names that you called off, like just so everybody know, Monty Barrett is with us moving forward. He was supposed to have been on this interview with us today, and he got detained, if you will. So he texted me and said, hey, I'm moving forward. I'm definitely with you guys. I apologize for not being on here today. But his name is in here with Yaya McClain and my man DeVarrell Williamson. I've reached out to James Tony's people as well to pop.
That's who I want. That's who I want. That's the one I want right there. That's what I want.
We got him fired up now.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
What was you gonna finish saying, DeVarrell?
Be careful what you ask for, y'all. Be careful what you ask for.
Hey, listen, man. It's a tall order. James Toney was one of my favorite fighters, and James Toney has always been a beast in that ring. However, we were supposed to fight. We signed the contract. We had the press conference in LA. We were supposed to fight on the undercard of George Foreman and Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
But then the whole fight got canceled. But after that, you know, we already had a press conference. You know how I go at the press conference. Once y'all post a fight and y'all get to talking, you can't take that talk back. Right. So that animosity between us, it built up. And then it exploded one day at Freddie Roach's gym. James came in the gym. I was sparring Don Diego Porter. Remember him? He was from Holland.
Yeah.
And I had already booked him a couple of days ago. And so I wasn't really trying to do a whole bunch of work to him. I was just getting a little work. James walking, man, hey, Freddie, look at these two bitches. What these bitches doing? And I said, all you got to do is glove up and get in the ring, punk.
Yeah.
So James jumps in the ring talking about, I don't need no gloves. I don't need no gloves. And he walked into the ring, man, and walked up to me. But, you know, James is a bully in the gym.
Yeah, he is.
He talk crazy to people in the gym. So when he got in the ring, I guess he thought I was going to bow down.
That's that Detroit.
He started walking up. I'm from New York. And
yeah.
So he started walking up toward me. Boom! I punched him in his face. And he jumped out. Oh, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. You know what I mean? When he said that, he ran at me. I kicked him in the nuts, punched him in the face.
Wow.
And then he jumped out the ring. And
it comes to this, but who are you asking to fight, DeVarrell?
Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko. Can you hear me?
Hey, DeVarrell, you must still be in fighting shape. You must really be in that gym.
Yes.
Every day.
You going out right here. What?
Okay. Yeah. I said, come downstairs. You know, I got to come downstairs to use the bathroom. I live on top of the gym.
Okay. See, I think this is a great thing that Mike Tyson has come up with, this concept of this Legends League, and not only just doing it with the heavyweights, he could do it with all the weight class divisions that they are from former world champions. I mean, he really got something to take here and run with it and make it great. But it's a blessing what he's doing, because there's so many fighters that are less fortunate right now. They didn't do right by their money. As you know, most fighters didn't do right by their money. They're out here and they're struggling. They have families to take care of, children. Hopefully by now they don't have any small kids, but they're struggling, and it's hard for them right now. And this is a blessing for him to allow them to fight
Hey man, how old are your kids, man? What do you say?
Yeah. You would think not. But look here, if he did a tournament, you don't have to call it a tournament. Let's say there's a preliminary round, then there's or an elimination round, preliminary round, semifinals, finals. You know what I mean? And you get so much money in the preliminary rounds. If you make it, say 50 to 75,000, boom, you move on. And as you win, you're making money. You get to go home with a bag. This is going to help guys too, bring them back to do what they love doing, the passion that they have for the sport of boxing that they live most of their lives, and come back and fight for money.
But let's not put caps on the money right now.
No, not cap. I'm just giving an example. That is the limit, when you're selling 1.2 million homes, on pay-per-view, and you're still that prominent in boxing for Mike Tyson, and he hadn't fought in 15 years, and you sell 1.2 million homes on pay-per-view for a 2-minute round, 8-round exhibition. That's phenomenal. And we didn't put asses in seats. So think about that level with a gate sold out and 1.2 million pay-per-view.
Especially in the world right now, because you can't really attend the event itself.
Absolutely.
It was nice to see a few thousand people at the fights last night.
Yeah. Absolutely.
16,000. And
I just think it's a great thing, man, that this is good for guys.
It's awesome. And I think that what it also does is, because when you're a professional fighter, if you don't have the business on your side, then you don't get the big fights. So this is an opportunity to get the big fights. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them fighters know that they ducked you, or they got away from you, or you just never got to fight them people. So
mainly for me is Vladimir Klitschko. I mean, he got away. The corner is crazy, because I was back in Nevada a little while ago at the top of the year. I had a young guy who was having his second pro fight, and a lot of people were in the Klitschko fight were in the card as well. And it's so crazy, because they got away with murder and murder, but they got away with the crime of the century. I mean, so I feel that Vladimir Klitschko and I, we have some business to.
You got some unfinished business.
Yeah, we have business to do.
And it's not like Yaya got some with James Toney. They need to pick up where they left off at, since that fight wasn't, and it was inked in a done deal.
I mean, and really, the reason I say that is because that really would have been my biggest fight of my career. I had some other fights where I upset a lot of fighters. I knocked out Emmanuel Stewart's fighter, Oli Klemetsin. I knocked out Angelo Dundee's fighter, Premislav Salita. And all these guys was right there. They was ranked number one. Well, Premislav Salita was ranked number one. And, I just didn't get those big shots because I had the worst management in boxing. We're not going to go there. But,
unfortunately.
But, I'm the only person, I believe, to my knowledge, I'm the only person to win the WBU championship 2 times. I'm the only person to win that belt twice. I mean, the belt was around. George Foreman had it. Bobby Chaz had it. I mean, it was a legitimate belt.
Okay.
It fell off, like the whispers.
Yeah. Like Tony. But yeah, I say do a preliminary, quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the big bag at the finals. And this is why we're doing this, for you guys to talk directly to Mike and say, hey, stress your concerns about wanting to be a part of this.
Pretty Ricky, again, what Yaya said, we're not putting any caps on the whatever.
Not on the money. No. I'm breaking it down in terms of if we want to call it tournament style.
Yeah.
But we definitely I think all the fighters would be blessed to have a part of this and get that phone call from Mike. I really do.
Absolutely.
And Mike is my brother. Assalamu alaikum, Maki. Yeah, but man, I think this tournament is absolutely a wonderful thing, man. I know Antonio Tarver is itching to get in there. Tarver's itching to get in there. I mean, we are.
I can't miss you so much. You mean?
Hey man, look, everybody started looking at me as just, I was Layla Ali's husband and promoter and trained her, but man, I was a world champion twice before I ever met her. So
right.
I'm ready. Right. I'm ready to put the stamp on this thing so they really know who Yaya is.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Is there anything that you guys personally want to say to Mike other than doing this Legends League and do you have tell him about your social media outlets where he can get a hold of you? Of course, they have my information. So this video here is going to be sent off for him to see and view, Mike, and see where we go from there. You go ahead, DeVille.
Mike, we just glad you're back, baby. We glad you're back. God bless Michael Jackson. We still got Michael Jordan. We still got we got Mike Tyson back in the action, man. It's as big as Michael Jordan coming back to the NBA. With him coming back to boxing world. We appreciate it. We not just like for the bag, but for the opportunity. I'm quite sure that Yaya, won that opportunity, with James Toney and having an opportunity to get in the ring with Mike Tyson. Again, it's a 2-minute round. It's an 8-minute format.
8 rounds.
8 rounds and 2-minute rounds. We want that. We want that.
Yeah, no doubt.
I would love to get my hands on Mike. I would love to get my hands on Evander Holyfield. No doubt about it. When you they have Ring Magazine, they have you as the hardest puncher in the world. Like, my God. Really? This right here can punch hard. And there's so many people because there's so many peers. It's not the writers talking about it. It's the fighters saying, yeah, we know him. Yeah. He's the truth. When you got
who hit harder, you or Mike?
Say what?
Who hit harder, you or Mike?
I
Me.
like this marketing there.
It wasn't me who said it. It was the fighters. It was like the Chris Birds, the Lamont Brewsters, the Rick Bowes. James Toney was a part of that format as well. Your buddy James Toney.
Yeah, Touch of Sleep could crack. He could crack, no doubt.
No question about that. Touch of Sleep could definitely crack.
He didn't have that name for nothing.
Yeah, right. It's real.
Put him to sleep.
It's still live.
I'm gonna tell y'all what else would make this exciting too. Hey, let's start some women, some great women boxers in the pot. There's a young lady out of Catskill, New York, 18 years old, trains at Custom Models Gym, and is the first woman who mimicked Mike Tyson's style. And some of the same trainers that are there now before Mike got there are training her right now. Her name is Faye Philome Fava. She goes by Faye. Check her out on YouTube. This young lady is a phenom. And guess what? It's a new sheriff in the women's division at 126 pounds, and her name is Faye Fava. She bad. You got to look at it. You got to watch it. Woo, I'm talking about smashing in the first round like Mike. To the body and back to the head, stretched out.
My wife and I were just watching TV, serving the TV, and we saw some women boxing. I'm like, normally you don't stay on that channel. You go to something else. Maybe I'm gonna watch 2.5 minutes or something like that. But we watched it in its entirety. We watched these two girls fight. I can't tell you their names off, but it was very interesting. It was very exciting. I'm like, man, and she was showing me the pictures of before the fight and after the fight. Look how attractive they were. And then how they look different in the fight. Man, it's crazy, man. They was giant.
Some good talent out there, man.
Of course, coming up in Vegas, I'm a Layla Ali fan. So when you hear people talking crazy, I'm like, man, you'll bust their ass.
Let me tell you,
that's why you got the same name as the greatest.
I haven't spoken to Layla since the day we left the courtroom. So we are not friends. I'm not saying this because I'm riding on Layla's tail or none of that.
Right.
Layla Ali will annihilate Clarissa Shields.
Wow. Yeah, and I've been following that as well.
She will annihilate
Clarissa. Yes, I would roll with Layla, and some things are just better off left alone. Don't be calling Layla name out because you barking up the wrong tree.
Hey, don't forget about Michaela Mayer. She looks good.
Michaela Mayer, yeah.
I got a chance to rub elbows with her because she's in the gym, or sometimes she's bringing her camp in our gym. So I'm like, she's something to be reckoned with as well as a female fighter. To watch.
Yeah, that's right. She's at your gym training.
Yeah. To watch her box men. Grown men, not big as us, y'all. But to watch another man at 145 pounds, another man at 135 pounds. I mean, these guys are 28, 36 years old. And she, I mean, like, man, ain't no way in the world a woman gonna be in the ring with me. Ain't no way in the world. But I've seen it live at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. I went up there to do something, and I saw a guy and a girl boxing. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I mean, it really, sometimes you may have a guy use the jab to the body, like work on some defense, but all he has is jab to the body. I'm talking about a man and a woman boxing each other, and they're going hard. The girl is giving it to him. I mean, Michaela Mary, seen it live with my own eyes.
What's the guy name that knocked out Nate Robinson? Jack Paul? Is it Jack Paul? The YouTube fighter. Clarissa Shields on Facebook said she'll knock him out.
No, she got 2 knockouts. She got 2 knockouts.
Everybody's putting their bid in to get the hype going. So, Yaya, what would your last message be to Mike moving forward with this Legends League? If you guys could get a tap and be a part of this this great event that Mike done put together, what would you want to say in closing with your part?
Well, I just want to tell Mike that, for one, like I said, congratulations, but I just think that what he's doing is outstanding. It's nothing like reinventing yourself and coming back stronger. When people count you out and got bad things to say, you come back and prove them wrong and make your mark again on this world. You leaving your mark, you doing your thing, and it's alhamdulillah. And I just want Mike to want for his brother what he want for himself.
Absolutely.
And that just put your boy in there. Let me get in the game, coach. Hey, but let me tell you this. Y'all see this t-shirt? See this t-shirt? Ali's comeback. I'm a producer on this documentary. It just came out on the 1st. It's on Google, it's on Hulu, it's on Vimeo, YouTube,
Amazon.
It's on all streaming platforms. And it's about the time that when Ali couldn't fight because he was banned in all 50 states, and the people that came together to get him to fight against Jerry Quarry here in Atlanta.
That's when he denied going to Vietnam.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's when he said, Viet Cong ain't called me, nigga.
Right. They ain't never called me out my name.
It's a dope documentary, so y'all should check it out.
All right. Check it out.
What'd you say?
What is the name of it?
Ali's Comeback, The Untold Story.
Okay, Ali's Comeback,
Outstanding.
The Untold Story. It's on all streaming platforms.
What is your let the fans know your social media outlets where they can reach you, Yaya?
I'm at Yaya McClain. Yaya McClain I got 2 Facebook pages, Yaya McClain. On Instagram is Yaya McClain or The House Champ, because I'm a realtor also. And I let everybody know that, I took my boxing mentality into the real estate world, and I got my titles and can't wait to help anyone with this.
There you go. And DeVero, where can they find you at, brother?
Instagram, on Facebook, on my website, talksboxing.com. I'm here, baby. I'm here in Inglewood, Colorado, baby, doing it.
All right. Well, hey, man, I want to thank both of you guys for your time. My man, Monty Barrett, couldn't be with us once again, but moving forward, Monty Barrett is in this pot that's trying to be stirred. I spoke with James Toney. I guess he's taking another route. And Hasim Rockman was unavailable, but Hasim Rockman as well is interested. Mike Tyson, we just want to say thank you for all that you've done, all the great things you've done for boxing, how you re-innovating, like Yaya said, and bringing boxing back even better and stronger, but in a Legends League format, if you will. That was brilliant. We love it. We support it, and we want to be a part of it. I want to thank you guys once again. This is going to be live. It's going live now. You guys can share this with all of your social media platforms. I'll send you another link, but this will go on my Facebook page as soon as we're done. Without further ado, once again, thanks a lot, guys. It's your boy, Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. This was the Brawler Sports Boxing Show. My associates at 3kingsboxing.com, Studio 9. Hey, thank you guys for coming on. God bless, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, man. Y'all too, man. Stay up, man. We appreciate it.
My man.
Yes, sir.
Brawlers, baby.